Mm. Good morning once again, good peoples of the interwebs. I am still Ichigo Musco, and I'm still awake. For how long? Not safe. Now, for the first time that I've actually done my reviews, I'm actually going to review something that I actually found not too long ago, and I didn't even realize I still had this book. Yes, it is a book. I'm not sure if it's still in publication or in circulation, but this is something that I think people will want to try for themselves. This is a self-help book, and this is done by Beck, and the name of the book is Finding Your Own North Star. Claiming the life you were meant to lead. Or claiming the life you were meant to live. I've actually read this book on such an occasion in which there were some hard spots in my life that I basically had to reevaluate personally. And I have been reading quite a bit of this, and actually sometimes I've actually found myself answering these questions sometimes. It's like there are 25 questions here, and I'm actually gonna write these questions out in the description box when I'm actually done here with this video. So on page 14, and you can answer it at your own time. I really like to hear what you have to say about probably what you guys have to say about your lives personally, how you feel your life is being directed at this point. It's a very good book. And like I said, there have been times I had to question my own path, because sometimes you got to. Sometimes you have to question, is this what you want to do for the rest of your life? Me, as an author personally, yes, this is what I want to do in my life. There have been times in my life that I've actually felt and actually voiced out what I also felt. Like earlier with the Borderlands sessions. The first session, I basically said that I suck, and it is true. There are times that I felt like I have sucked, and I have to be perfectly honest about it. I'm not that good in certain games. It's a game in which I can't really keep up with everything, but I'm trying to manage. There are certain things in life that you have to try to manage, which is why I'm saying this right now, that this is a good book. I believe the old man gave me this book just to check this out, and I've been reading ever since. Now, just like there have been people, just like the RCO recommends stuff to me, and on occasion, other people outside the RCO will recommend stuff to me. Now, as I said before in my last review, my girlfriend recommended me Dragon's Dogma. This book was more likely, I think, the old man recommended for me to read it, and I have been reading it. And I rarely read self-help books, but if it's motivational, then damn it, I'm going to motivation. I mean, motivation is where it's at. Sometimes I feel I need a little motivation. Because, as you may or may not realize, I feel, personally, that I can't keep up with what everybody's doing. Sometimes I refuse to keep up with what's happening. Because personally, I don't give a damn. I mean, have you ever noticed that when I say I don't care, that doesn't mean I really don't care. It's just I don't care for the stupid shit that happens every day. Like Miley Cyrus out derping herself against Lady Gaga or some shit like that. I mean, that's all that celebrities do at their high point. They have to do this shit in order to gain popularity or make people say something stupid about them. I personally don't give a fuck. Sadly, I really don't. I mean, as bad as it may seem, I do not give a fuck. However, what I do feel is important is that we all need to know where we stand in life, you know. It's like, I don't like where my life is going, so I'm going to change it. That is the norm. That is what you need to do sometimes. You need to really just... That's what this book is really about, you know, trying to find your center in life. Where do you stand, and do you need to change it? And if so, if you need to change it, how are you going to change it? To me, I feel that as an author, I'm getting a lack of ideas. I barely have time to actually get an idea in my head, much less write it down on paper, then come home and actually sit down and type, because usually I'm like, no, Skype. Okay. And I'm usually in streams and whatnot, but after hours I'm usually LPing stuff, and usually if I'm not LPing a game, I'm usually typing something. Another thing I also have I should share is that aside from my book that I've been my book series that I've been working on, I also am working on a self-help motivational book. I don't know when I'm going to be done with it, but the name of the book that that is already down that I've already take two. The name of the title of take three. The title of the book is entitled "Wake Up, the World Needs to Know." Yeah. Yes, wake up, the world needs to know. It's kind of like the it's like it's a extension of the Tenkaichi guide to whatever, you know, to this, to that, but it's more like my observations and and how I see it and what people should really do. And it's not like I'm going to help you, but in this case, this is what you need to know. As I'm helping you, this is what you need to know. Now, you're going to take this advice, well, you know, I don't know. When, you know, if it's good advice, that's good. If it's bad advice, well, I tried. But, yeah, like I said, I'm not really the perfect gamer. I'm not the ultimate gamer. But, I had to take this time out. I had to take this time out in this review to actually state, you know, it's who I am. I try to keep up with everything. But only the stuff that is important, that's what I try to keep up with. Not the shit that isn't important. it's the little stuff I keep important to me. Like, I keep my circle of friends as small as humanly possible. Same with my love life and everything else that goes on in this world. This world that I live in, this small, open-ended world that I live in, that is called the internet and society. And I think the only thing I am just doing in this part is trying to get through it. I'm basically just trying to get through it, and that's all I think we really need to do. We just need to get through the highs and lows of life. And that's what I feel this book is about, the highs and lows of life, and how you deal with the highs and lows of life. Yes, it's not easy, but it's not hard either. You just got to find a middle ground. And I mean that to everybody who has ever been there. There are times that have been, difficult. Times you want to bitch and whine and say, I don't like this. I had a bad day. My life is fucked up. I hate my life. That sort of thing. I usually come home. Whether I'm out or I'm not out, or, I just come online, I take a deep breath, and all of a sudden, this happens. And usually, when I'm online, I kind of look at it and like, something like that, But it's not a bad thing that, sometimes I don't know. I'd like to come on, get a breather, but try to knock off as many videos as I can before I get dragged into something that is borderline crazy. And since I got the time to do this, I'm actually going to do this online. Right here, right now. So I actually have something that I wish to send, and I'm actually going to do it. And that was something from outside. Don't know what it is, but it was something from outside. And it's just craziness outside. Aside from that, there are just some things that are, really worth trying, and, you have to do what you can, when you can, And I think that's what it's really about. You have to find out where you are in this world and just say, oh, so I'm part of this and part of that, that sort of thing. Because, yes, I need a moment. I really do need a moment to say, I'm me. I don't know what else I can do, but I need. And that's all I can possibly do. Aside from that, everything is going to work out fine. Just, being me is burning me out, okay? That's all I have to say. Being me is just burning me out, and it's never a good thing to get burned out so fast. But you tried it. You still try it, so. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I'm going to try to do as far as being who I am and continue doing what I'm doing. I don't know if this book is still in, but you can check it for yourself. Probably check Amazon. It's a good book. And despite me being completely and blatantly, pointlessly, and more than likely, purposely off topic, this here is a good book. I recommend this. As an author, I recommend this. As a individual, I also recommend this because it has some things you want to hear as well as things you need to know. And for me, it has helped me in possibly the right time, and it's worth trying. Worth trying for yourself. And the only thing you have to do is just be the best you can actually be in your life, no matter what kind of difficulties there are. So you have to continue to believe in yourself. Don't bring your problems home. Leave them where they are. When you get on knowing it's gonna be alright. And yeah, you gotta take it as it comes. So with that, I felt inspired to say this, okay? I felt a whole gushing well of inspiration just come from deep within, and I had to share it with you because, hey, some of you people out there, I really do love you. And for those who don't love me, fuck you. And for those who do, hey, back at you. That's all I can say. Love keeps the world going, or at least tries to, despite the stupidity that goes on within it. So with that, folks, I have been the Tenkaichi of Gaming, Ichigo Musco, and I will see you next time for whatever the hell I basically do. So until then, take care, God bless, and of course, keep on gaming, and Tenkai Muso, and nearly messed up my ending. Oh well, I didn't. Take care.